So Nintendo is under the crosshairs again. This is nothing new, nothing unspectacular about Nintendo. We kind of gotten used to this by now. So, what's the problem again, you ask me? Well, quite simply put, they're being labeled as anti-gay. Now, before I go any further, any deeper, this is actually a video response to John Games 31. Now, this game cycles all the way back to the video game that's, of course, been out in Japan for a little while called Tamagotchi Life. Now, this game is supposed to be like a Sims, or Nintendo's calling to Sims, which, of course, the idea behind it is interesting. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. However, the execution, at least localized here in the States, kind of annoyed a couple people. And then by a couple people, I mean 3,000 or so people who've signed a petition about this, being quite irate. Which I think the trending thing, of course, is always to grab a pitchfork and petition everything you see in sight, until eventually things get resolved, which it kind of did. Now, Nintendo's been getting a backlash via social media, so this, of course, is not good at Nintendo, especially the hot coals they're stepping on recently. So you're asking me, what's the big deal? At least if you're a homophobic person, what's the big deal that there's no gay marriage in this game? Well, that's just it. What's the big deal? The game has been out for a while in the Japan. So, if these people who are customers are wishing to buy this game and see that this game does not have same-sex marriage, what can you do then? I mean, they're just going to really translate the game and put it to the States. That's all they're going to do. I mean, so people are saying, well, why don't they just patch it into the game? Well, that's Nintendo for you. They're not going to do that. I mean, they'll probably, at some point, make another game, or sequel to this game, and probably add the gay marriage because of the controversy, which they mentioned they're probably going to if the game does well in the States, which hopefully it does, so that way the situation and everyone gets what they want. Nintendo gets their money, and the gay community gets their same-sex marriage within a video game. Well, to me, though, is one thing, though, I kind of find is a flaw here within the thinking behind this. There's so many more issues going on in the world right now. So many more issues. Right? And I'm not talking about anything else other than the main subject at hand. You got discrimination in Russia. You have discrimination in Arizona. You have discrimination roughly in other locations across the globe. So, one little game that's been out for a little while at least, does not have same-sex marriage, but yet will probably have it in the future. This is, of course, being a sequel, so what's the big deal? I understand that the community who is homosexual wants this said aspect into the game because it makes them feel inclusive. There's a sense of equality when it comes to this. I agree with that. I mean, they should have equality when it comes to a video game, especially when it comes to a simulator game. And these people seemed very excited about it until they heard the fact that this is probably not going to be plausible for a gay couple to wed in-game. Again, go play The Sims. Go play some other game on whatever game that involves marriage if it has gay marriage involved in there for now. I mean, while Nintendo is necessarily wrong, at the same time, they're not truly wrong. I mean, there's other games that Nintendo released as well that did not have gay marriage in it too. Now, I did not hear any gay communities getting uproared because of that either, which is quite interesting to me. There's so many games that got translated to the States, and there was no gay marriage in them whatsoever. And I believe the recent game that came out was, what the heck was it? Shoot, it was for the 3D, it was of the DS, or 3DS rather. Shit. Cannot think of the game, can't think of the game. Brain farts everywhere. It involved tactical gaming and... Fuck. Really, what was it? This is gonna drive me crazy. I can't remember it. I have it though. I'm not gonna get up and go look for it either. It's gonna stay where it is. But everyone who knows what I'm talking about for the 3DS will be able to chime in on what this tactical game was. It involved relationships as well. And I'm not talking about Shin Megami either. I'm talking about some other game. It involved tacticals and princes and all that. And, God, this is really gonna bother me now. Because it was a very popular game. Or it still is. But either way, this game is Fire Emblem. There it is, Fire Emblem. It just popped in my skull just as I was about to continue on. My brain is an asshole. Anyway, I digress. Fire Emblem did not have no same-sex marriage. I mean, it had relations where you can talk to same-sex gentlemen, and that was practically it, but you were able to get married be male and female and be able to make offspring. And those offspring were, of course, used in the battlefield, too. So again, I haven't seen anyone petition that game. I have not seen anyone petition probably dozens of other games that did not involve gay marriage as well. So again, for this game in particular, why is this one any different? I don't understand that. Why is this such a big deal now? Why is it becoming the main center of attention when it comes to news outlets and everything else? I mean, to me, while Nintendo already addressed the issue, which good on them for at least trying to accommodate for the situation, even though they aren't necessarily going to make the game that is coming out now have the gay marriage. They're going to do it in the future game. And that's it. I mean, they get what they want. Everyone gets what they want, right? So that's good. I mean, at least they're trying, even though they should have tried a little bit harder with this recent situation, but whatever. It's not a humongous big deal. Until there's equality equally throughout the world, to me this game is just minuscule when it comes to the rest of that. Because, you know, you have people getting their ass kicked, sadly, I'm about to say Japan, my bad. In Russia, and other places, and this right here is just minuscule. Again, it's just a minuscule situation. I mean, Nintendo was an easy target, and this is probably what this was. Just an easy targeting. Because of frustrations or whatever else. I don't know. But either way, I digress. What do you guys think of the situation? I mean, for me, quite frankly, I'm happy at least in the future there's a possibility that these folks can get their same-sex marriages within this game. But past that, I mean, it's just it. I mean, it's just a minuscule situation. But anyway, that's my video response to John Games 31. Thank you all for watching, and take care.